Take risks and realize you're gonna die. And you can't take any of this shit with you anyway. For real, like all this money and success and approval and what people think, you can't take it with you, you're gonna die. You leave all this behind. It's literally like collecting approval in a video game. I'm playing The Sims and my neighbors really like me. Who gives a shit? I'm playing The Sims and look at all the money I saved. Who cares? It's in a game. Same here with life. Same with your body. You leave all that behind. You live for the experiences. YOLO it up. YOLO it up in a smart way, meaning YOLO it up and learn from your YOLO mistakes. Success to life. That's the secret. YOLO it up. Who gives a fuck? Oh, but there's this and this. Well, you'll figure it out. What if I don't? Who gives a fuck? But then I'll fail. Well, then you'll find your way out. What if I don't? You're gonna die. Who cares? That's life. But this person thinks this of me. Who gives a fuck? You're gonna die. They're gonna die too. We're all gonna die. But my legacy, whoever finds out about it's gonna die too. Who cares? Take risks. Live. This is the advice I haven't told it yet, but I'm gonna tell my daughters is fucking live with the foot on the gas. Same with, who is it? You said you like to read? Is it you or you too? Yeah, if you read, was it Hunter S. Thompson, right? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He has another book, or he has a famous quote that I love, where he's like, reach the finish line of life, not in this pristine condition, right? That's what we all try to do. It's like, I'm gonna just play it safe and not take any risk, keep my comfort zone and arrive in this, look, I'm pristine, unused. No, you want to arrive at the finish line of life, just used out of your mind. You want to be like just the wheels falling off the car, all fucked up, and you're just like, it's like the last couple of dead. Like that's how you know you fucking lived. You just go to the limit. And why wouldn't you? All right? Now, the little shift here, because people can hear this and it's inspiring, but especially from an egoic standpoint. The shift is you got to go to the limit on what is authentic. If you push it to the limit, foot on the gas, in terms of what your ego wants, desire, so on and so forth, it will not fulfill you. It'll do more harm than good, and you'll be stuck in the trap of forever chasing more. And the sadness about it is that there is always more. People are like, more, then I'll be happy. More money, more success. Once I'm in a relationship, now they're in the relationship. Once I have kids, they have kids. Once I have grandkids, it's more. No, it has to be authentic. So it's ultimately letting go of this desire, this need, and tapping into true inspiration, and then going all out. And I do this with everything. I do this in the smallest things, like playing with my daughters. We go to the extreme. I'll see some parents play with their kids, and it's just very mundane. Or you'll see every little parenting motivational video that's just so bland, right? It's like, so you got to connect with your child and then play. And if they're having a hard time, ask them, you must be having big feelings right now. And and it's just all the same shit. And there's great stuff there too, but I'm like, no, lean into it. Like, if I'm gonna play with a scenario, the stakes are gonna be high. It's gonna be this intense like adventure. Like, wouldn't you want your life to be an adventure? Don't you want to be a hero? Like, do any of you actually feel like the hero of your goddamn life? For real, raise your hand if so. We're just like, I'm crushing it. I'm a goddamn hero. This is crazy. Right? A few, which is great. But why is it just a few? Why don't all of you feel nothing is blocking you, by the way. Nothing at all. And you don't have to live this crazy social media-esque life for it. Let it land. Me being the hero in my life, going back to playing with my daughters, is me at home, on the ground, playing with little figurines. And I'm being the hero. It's living this adventure life. Or it's me making up some crazy scenario where we're there and I'm like, suddenly, don't walk on any of the lines on the floor. Do you see these lines here? Don't walk on those. Or crocodiles will come out. And we're all walking around and there's a crocodile, get it! And we buy into it. It's intense, it's crazy, it's a story. Again, I'd play like that with my sister growing up. It's like, and that's my life now. It's here we go. There's a speech. I don't have to dress like this for a speech. I could go the bland little black jeans, black shirt, same little Toastmasters talk. Hey everyone, welcome to the seminar. I have my slides ready. Here is where I used to be. Did you know about the power of accountability and investing in yourselves? I could do that too. How boring. That's bland. That's no fun. That's no action adventure. And notice how I never wait for anyone else to do it. I never waited for someone to say, Julien, make it more of like this crazy show. I'm like, what would be the thing that makes me feel like have a blast? If I'm going to be here talking, why not make it the way I want it to be? How do I want it to be? I want it to be like this crazy show. I was into music, playing guitar growing up. Like, I always wanted to ultimately like do these concerts and stuff, and that's what self-help is. It's like a concert. It's a self-help concert. The videos you see online are the recorded songs, and the content is the creativity of like composing a song. Well, I'm going to make it the way I want to do it. And there are people out there who want it, who are into it. Same with whatever all of you have to offer. Just stop being so bland. Take the goddamn risk. And realize you could die at any time. You could die right now. I could have a brain aneurysm right now and just fall dead. You're good. You could too. You could leave this place, cross the street, and bang, hit by a car, dead. You could go on vacation and a coconut falls on your head. 150 people die every year by coconut. True story. Facts. You can fact check it. 150. So knowing that, like, why not go all out? Being a parent actually reinforces that too, because you just see how delicate life is. Especially with my first daughter, it's like you think you're all happy, you find out like, we wanted kids, and so my wife's pregnant. I'm like, yes, we were having a kid. And you go to the doctor the first time, and you think that it's gonna be all peachy, right? It's gonna be like, congratulations, sir, you have a child, she's pregnant, it's gonna be great. They don't do that. It's like a second, like, oh, there's a heartbeat. So have a seat. There's many tests that we can do for various diseases and conditions, and we should do a blood test on the both of you and see what genetically could be passed down. Then there's the 20-week test where we're gonna make sure all the limbs are there, all the fingers and feet, and you're like, oh my God. We're also gonna test the size of the neck, because that's a tell for Down syndrome, so we're gonna do that 20 weeks in, and not just that, but then there's birth, and there's complications, because even once they're born, there's this thing called SIDS. Sudden infant death, where they just die in their sleep. So they're born and you're not out of the woods. So immediately it's like, oh my God, oh my God. Like I remember going in for both my kids, but mainly the eldest one, the 20-week checkup, and I was like, please, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 fingers on each hand. And I was like praying to God. And I'm not even that religious. I'm like, God, please, God, please, God, please, take anything from me. Just make sure they're okay. And same when they're born. The first night and first months, even throughout the night, you're going in, you're checking in, you're like, are they breathing? Okay, they're sleeping, but they're breathing, they're okay. Once you get out of the SID phase, by the way, then you get into the choking phase, where they're learning how to swallow and eat, and they're choking every day. That's part of the process. Your face is like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like, literally, you'd be like, and I remember my wife and I will be out with friends or family and stuff at like restaurants, and friends who don't have kids are like, oh my God, they're choking. And you just get used to it after a while. You're like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Like literally they choke so many times a day, and they learn. So you have to hit on the back, but then they'll spit it out, and they'll choke again, spit it out, and it's like that's the process. But it's terrifying. Then you get into these freak, like close near-death situations where you're like, if that was just a little bit more, they'd be dead. And every parent has those. And the whole time I kept thinking, I'm like, how am I alive? Let it land. Like all of you here, how are you alive? You should all be dead. I should be dead too. The fact that we're alive is insane. We're all like, if only I could win the lottery. You won it again and again and again. How are you alive? Everything's out to get you. And you're in this thing called life where you can't even survive. No matter how hard you try, you die in the end anyway. There's no winning. Everything's out to get you and you die. And you're here for this limited amount of time. Insane. And yet, what does our mind do? I have all the time in the world. I can procrastinate another day. What's another day? You're taking that for granted, another day? What, you think you're going to have tomorrow all day? You could die. Now, does that mean live in fear all the time?
No.
Does it mean when you go on a vacation, you're going to be looking out for coconuts now?
Maybe. No, maybe.
No, in a way, it's a contract we all make with life where, yes, it could happen, but we all choose, in order to have the best experience here alive, to not get all paranoid and think about it 24/7. Meaning, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I can worry about it until it happens, or I'm going to enjoy my life and then it happens. I'm choosing enjoying my life. Contract we all make. You could also argue that the scarcity of it all deepens your experience here alive. If you knew you were here forever, it'd be just flat. It creates the excitement. But what it means for you too is, don't put things on hold. Go all out. And it can feel long, but life also flies by. It really does. And even if you take a risk and things get messed up temporarily, so what? It's going to go by so fast. You probably won't even remember the hard times. Let it land. Think of your entire life up until now. Do you remember all the hard times you went through? Do you remember all the good times you went through? Definitely not. Yeah. So whatever this thing is you're freaking out about, you're going to forget about it. It's this temporary thing. Do you remember every time you got embarrassed?
Not every time.
Oh, yeah, there are some that stand out, some big ones, yeah. But a lot of it turns into this big blur. So YOLO. YOLO it up. YOLO. Be smart about it, make sure it's authentic, play to win, seek guidance, get external feedback, take right action. But in the end, I'd rather die, because we're all going to die, living life on my terms, going all out, taking risks, and see what happens. And if you take a risk and it destroys some stuff, build it back up. And that's the thing. You also see with a lot of successful people, they've failed many a times. They've destroyed things or lost their wealth and rebuilt it and lost it and rebuilt it. And that's part of the journey too. And that's the ups and downs, like playing a video game. You want the ups and downs. You want the adversity. You want things to not go your way all the time. And then think of your life, good old cheesy saying, like a movie. Who wants some boring, flat, feel good? Things get better and better and better at the end.
Drama.
Kind of yeah, you want the drama. You want the ups and downs. You want the twists. You could even go more precise and think of the whole hero's journey, right? If you think of Star Wars, the work of Joseph Campbell, you're starting out, it's like, hey, enjoy the starting out phase. People are in a rush. I just want to be successful, and I want to make it, and I want to be famous. It's like, well, enjoy the early days. Like I said, I've been in survival mode. I've been, like I said, in the gutter. I'm just doing whatever I could to survive. It's part of it. But fuck, that was awesome. It was so awesome. It's just a different texture of experience. And for any of you who think money is the answer, all that money buys you is comfort, which is great. It is. But it doesn't mean joy. It just means comfort. It just means your bed at night's going to be a little bit more comfortable. That's it. Just means, oh, you have some more option of food and what you want to do, sure. But does not mean joy at all. And that's actually what really messed with me and what led to a lot of this work, by the way, is the first 4 years, 2010 to 14, I optimized everything externally. Meaning I had more money than I could spend because I was traveling all the time, right? Every week I was in a new country, new city, giving speeches. I've been doing this for 14 years plus. This isn't new. It's not like, hey everyone, this is guy Julien. Like, it's 14 years. Now think too in terms of success, by the way. If any of you found out about me recently, it's after 14 years. So people start their goals like, I'm gonna be a coach. A couple weeks have passed and I'm still not, haven't made it. Give it years. Now, touring around, traveling back then, had more money than I could spend, especially since I didn't have a home. I was just living in hotels. So you fill your suitcase and then it's just money. So I'm like, okay, I could get some food, great, go to a nice restaurant, that's it. I'd get all the validation I wanted. I'd be speaking in front of crowds, people would come up, it's like, oh, it's so great. Got the validation, got friends, got traveled all around the world, over 40 countries doing all these speeches. Got relationships, and I still felt like shit inside. And it fucks with you, by the way, in subtle ways. And what I realize is that it's easier to feel miserable when you're at the bottom. Which is also why, and this is a subtle thing that keeps people stuck, people are afraid to take risks and play to win. Because if they don't take the risk, they can blame it on that in terms of their misery. I'm not happy because of I didn't achieve this. So you can blame the circumstance, you can blame a person, you can blame this. It's easy to feel unhappy when you're at the bottom. But when you start moving towards success and getting what you're after, what happens is it robs you of those excuses. Hey, you make the money, now you can't blame your unhappiness on the fact that you have no money. Hey, you have friendships and relationships, now you can't blame your unhappiness on that. And for myself, again, this is early on, like 2014, I was in my mid-20s, I had everything I thought I ever wanted, and I felt terrible. And I thought, it ultimately leaves you with, is there something wrong with me? I have everything, like I couldn't think of anything that was missing externally. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? But then once more, it leads to this work, which is what you're after is not out there, it's in here. And nothing out there will ever fulfill you. And people chase phantoms. And if you're chasing these results and you're not enjoying those results, what are you doing? Wake up. Yeah.
How to get in touch with what's missing inside?
That is a great question. All that I can tell you is this. In terms of getting in touch with what's missing inside is no one can tell you what is. Like, I cannot tell you, all of you, I can't tell you what's holding you back. I can't tell you why you don't feel good enough. Even though logically you can give yourself the right answer, I feel good enough, I can't tell you what's missing in there. I can't tell you what's holding you back, and no one else can. Why? Because no one is you. And that's the thing that messes people up, is they're always looking externally. Coach, tell me, tell me, tell me. No one can. I can, however, help you realize it for you. That's my job as a coach. Now, the way I do with my clients, like in the mentoring, is I put you in different situations that trigger you. Same as you saw here up on stage. It's like, okay, come up and scream. Suddenly you see, just purely expression-wise, the resistance block. So a situation poked at something inside. Now once it's up here, if it's an event like this, I'll just go for the reference. If it's long-term coaching, like in the mentoring, I'll teach you how to dive deeper into it and let go of it so you don't have to fight against it. Same with the fear, self-doubt. It's like, trigger that. We wouldn't go through with it. We then learn how to let go of it. But that's one where it requires a lot more time. And ultimately, the best method that I found is with every client that I coach, like I said, there's been over 1,000 clients who've gone through this coaching. It's all online. It's 8 weeks that I spend with every client. So I'm in your life for 8 weeks. And on every week, we focus on a different theme. From apathy, grief, fear, anger, courage, desire, purpose, and love. And it's ultimately doing this deep audit, this deep scan. Where's there apathy in your life? Where's there grief in your life? Where's there fear? How's it holding you back? Putting you in different situations, asking you questions, teaching you techniques to introspect, and in the end, learning how to let go. And when you do that deep audit, you realize all these things about you. You then talk to me about what's coming up. I give you feedback, give you the direction and tools to use, and you crush it. But if you're not willing to go through that process, I have no idea what's holding you back. And I cannot give you also advice on what's holding you back just on a 10, 20 minute, 30 minute, even hour interaction. I have to spend more time with you. Ultimately, it's me studying you. It's okay, what happens if I poke her shoulder? Oh, her arm moved. Make a note. That means this. What if I poke his shoulder? Nothing. Make a note. Like all that's data. That's coaching. Poke, 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 poke. See what's going on and things come up.
If you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
All of us, if you were to think of yourself as a computer. You're the hardware. Now, hardware, computer, there's a million kinds of different software that you can install, right? There's the marketing software, the communication skills software, the business software, the health and fitness software, the success mindset software. Download all the apps. Yet, you realize it's not really working for me. You've all had this experience. And you might see it work for others. Why does it work for that person but not me? And we think, or if it does work, it works a little but not quite like it should, and you're not getting the results you really were hoping for. So what do we think? Maybe I just need to download more apps. No. If that was a computer, what's the first thing you would do? Hey, did you run the antivirus? Perhaps it's not the apps, it's not the software, maybe it's the hardware. And that's letting go. It's a deep dive and saying, what if there's a virus in you right now? What if the problem isn't all the content you're downloading or the videos you're watching or the books you're reading? What if the problem is you? Did you ever run the antivirus? Why do you assume there's no virus? Why do you assume you're just this blank, clean slate of a computer? And then you realize every single human alive has a virus. It happens through conditioning. It happens when you're younger. And it's usually, a lot of it's buried out of your awareness under layers and layers of resistance, where if you try to think of it consciously, you're not going to come up with the answer. And that's why you need different situations and challenges and things and missions to poke at it and see what it's made of. And that's the coaching. All my clients is going through, poke, 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 there's the virus, here's what you do. Poke, 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 here's the virus, here's what you do. And then seeing the patterns, adding on to it. And I've been doing this for so long that I've gotten quite good at it. And then even selfishly, the more I coach people, the more I learn about people, the more I learn about myself, and the more I keep growing myself. So it's endless. But ultimately, that's the true work. That's what I specialize in. If you find me on social media, it's great. It opens your mind to this. If you find me on YouTube, same thing. Opens your mind to these ideas, but in the end, all roads lead to doing this work. And it's not mental. It's something you have to go through physically and emotionally over a period of time. And it's not for everyone. Like I said, you might be interested a little bit. Maybe you want some epiphany highs, which be careful. That's the drug of the self-help junkie. You watch videos where you're like, I didn't think of that. Epiphany. Whoa, Julien said it's removing, not adding. Epiphany. Doesn't change shit. Just feels good. Eventually, you got to be like, when is enough enough? And the sooner you realize that, the better. And don't wait, because people are like, I just need more time until I get serious about it. You know what they're hoping for? Rock bottom. That's it. Why wait till rock bottom? That's it. People are just wait and wait until it gets so painful and so bad, they're like, finally, okay, I'll fucking do it. And then they change their life. Don't wait for rock bottom. Save yourself the time. Jump in before you hit rock bottom.
Like, this program is such a game changer. The way everything's structured and the material, it's been already, even for me, it's just been, I'm noticing a crazy change in the way that my whole life's like playing out.
What you put together is just incredible. There's nothing like that.
I've just jumped like a million levels. It's just been a complete 180 for my experience of existing. That's awesome.
It's just been so huge in terms of so many of the things I'm finally understanding and realizing and epiphanies I'm having.
What you do is a huge inspiration to me, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can give to another human in this entire world.
You saved my life, man. I'm telling you, this is real, man.
Sometimes all it takes is just one person who believes in you. Find people who are where you are in life and model them, work with them. I would not be here if I didn't have people who held me accountable.
Wow.
I just felt a click and things are changing.
This program was just top notch.
Seriously, like, this is a masterpiece. This is perfect.
Everything, the way it's set up, the live calls, like all the support from the coaches is incredible.
It's been nuts.
I just had my tears of joy.
This was the best decisions I ever made.
Thank you for creating something wonderful like this.
This program was phenomenal.
This program was amazing.
This program has definitely changed my life.
I know for a fact I'm in the right place.
This is exactly what I was expecting from the program.
It's been spectacular.
I feel really lucky to have found you.
Thank you so much, Julien. It's worth every dollar.